Okay, first of all, sorry for being outside. I apologize. Can't really shoot inside right now. It's no big deal. Anyways, this is actually a very interesting video that I've been working on for a little while. It's a comparison between the Panasonc GH5 with regards to how it handles photography and the Sony A7Rii, which is what we're shooting on right now, and how it handles video. But I wanted to see who was the best of the worst. So here we go. First off, the GH5. The GH5 destroys the Sony for battery life. It's insane. With the Micro Four Thirds sensor, you're looking at a 2x crop, and a lot of people just think about that in terms of focal length. What they don't think about is terms of depth of field. Now it says it's a 12 to 35 f2.8, which it is. The depth of field is what gets affected, not the exposure level. So it doesn't expose like a 5.6, but the depth of field is a 5.6. So you have the exposure levels of a 2.8 with the depth of field of a 5.6. It's effectively what you lose about 2 stops. With a full frame like this, what we're shooting on right now, a 2.8 is a 2.8. This is actually a 1.4 35mm lens from Zeiss. This is one of the best lenses I've ever used in my entire life. The one thing that I've noticed, this is the big takeaway from shooting with the GH5 as a photography camera. The GH5 is more reliant on what lens is on the camera than most other cameras. When you're talking about comparing these two cameras, it is a certain factor that you have to take into account. That depth of field was the main bottleneck for the image. You can certainly see the lack of depth of field. It's not that the images are bad, but the images in comparison to what you can get from a full frame sensor, it's just absolutely no question. Now, that being said, I would really be interested to try some sort of prime lens, like really fast prime lens on the GH5. I think that would be a really, really interesting test. Okay, so here's the main takeaway that I've gotten from the Sony A7Rii and the Panasonic GH5 that I had last week. The hardware is the main bottleneck for the GH5. The software and the firmware is the main bottleneck for the Sonys. Are you willing to deal with hardware bottlenecks, or are you willing to deal with software bottlenecks? For me, I'm still figuring that out, so I'll let you know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!